The Airbus A330 is a plane so high-tech and so automated, human error is all but canceled out. But when computerized controls fail, some pilots lack the instincts or skills to stop the worst from happening. Yet for Air France 447, the question still lingers: who ultimately is to blame for the 228 lives lost? Once more, here's ABC's Elizabeth Vargas.
While there is no question that First Officer Bonin's decision to tilt the nose of the A330 up was a disastrous one, many experts believe that there's much more to the story than just incompetence in the cockpit. For example, those pitot tubes that froze over in the storm. There had been 18 similar incidents since 2008. Air France had already ordered the pitot tubes to be replaced over time with a better model. But the replacement for this particular airplane had not yet arrived before the fatal flight.
And why did the pilots' union for a brief time refuse to fly those planes?
We didn't know if this was just the pitot tube or the pitot tube caused something else. There's been a big shift, I think, in the past few months, and you don't hear that now.
What you hear now is a call for more pilot experience.
Yes.
In fact, Air France was so confident in the design of the Airbus A330, it hadn't prepared its crews for the situation they found themselves in that night.
No one was trained for high-altitude stall recovery in that cockpit.
Nobody?
No.
But why not?
We've totally automated the environment, and we really haven't gone back and revisited the old training.
At the heart of this is a heated debate about so-called automation addiction. Pilots overly dependent on the computers flying their planes.
Because of this sophistication and the ability of airplanes to fly themselves, they don't have as much opportunity to actually fly the airplane.
About 180 victims' family members like Catherine Wells have sued Air France and Airbus. But Airbus defends its planes and their design.
What should every person worry about as we get on a jumbo jet today?
You can't ignore the reality that the system's gotten to be incredibly safe.
And yet,
it reminds us of how human we are. The system's changed, get over it. Automation's here, fine. How are we going to train people to intervene?
The remains of more than 140 victims' bodies were ultimately recovered from the ocean. Catherine's sister Ethna was not among them.
We didn't say goodbye, and we would just love to see her just one more time.
What would you say?
I probably would just give her a huge hug.
Ethna Wall's family settled its lawsuit. Air France declined to comment for our story, and the French investigators' final report will be released July 5th.